Namaste. In the image on the left, you can see me sitting on a bench. I'm in London, overweight by 60 pounds, smoking cigarettes, drinking, and not loving myself after a breakup. The image on the right, I went through a breakup, and you can see me thriving, being alive, being sober almost about 3 years, and loving myself. You just got ghosted and you're spiraling out of control. You are in a place where your clothes don't fit you, you don't feel good about yourself, you don't like what you're doing, and you're not sticking to your core values. You're talking to exes, you're trying to get back with this person, and you're trying to fix everything. I've been there and I understand where you're coming from, as you can see evidenced by the picture on the left and then on the right. But what I would like for you to understand is the image on the right, it's not like I'm still not hurting. Even though mind hygiene supported by medical evidence will help you, it might help you about 70, 80% of the time. What about the 60 to 80% range? Well, you might have to do other things, eat better, not take drugs, not play video games, write down what you're feeling, accept yourself, communicate with compassion to yourself. And that's what we'll talk about in this video. I'm Dhruva MD, a practicing board certified family doctor. I've lived alone almost all of my life. I've been single for 10 years, and I was single on purpose for 7 years. I thought it was some big problem that whole time. The image on the left, you can see me being overweight, not taking care of myself, and I was single at that time too. And then how did the shift happen, and how can I be single? And I just went through a breakup almost maybe about 3-4 months before that image. How did I do that? And how am I staying here now? I just got ghosted recently and went through a breakup. I don't feel anything bad happen, but still I felt bad, but I didn't go back to the same person. I didn't start playing video games. I didn't start eating bad. I still can wear the same clothes, I can fit into them, I can feel good about myself. And that's what I want to inspire you to do as well. Instead of trying to text her back, trying to find out what happened, I'm like, I think I need to build a mission instead. What happens is that whenever something bad happens to me, I know something good is going to come out of it. I had this little fantasy that if I stay down, if I don't do anything, I don't text her back, I don't have anything to say bad about her anyway, but I don't text her back, I don't call her back, maybe God will give me a great girl one day. Oh yeah, I'm not going to talk to my exes. I'm not going to talk to those girls that like me. And I don't really like them, but I need to be with somebody. But if I don't do that, maybe I'll be blessed with this. And I'm like, you know what? Let me start writing it down. Remember, no confusion. Writing things down, you're 42% times more likely to actually achieve what you write down. As I'm writing this down, I'm like, you know what? This is the first time I'm actually staying within my core values, not calling them back, not texting them, saying I accept the awareness. I'm going to be compassionate to myself and write. I'm going to embrace it with empathy, and I'm going to soften the process and not make it seem like it's hard. And that's where ACE is your life with mind hygiene comes in. A is accept your awareness. C is communicate your compassion. E is embrace your empathy. S is soften the process. And gosh darn it, why don't you create a mission and vision to help other people along the way? What is mind hygiene based on? Mind hygiene is based on cognitive behavioral therapy. And it draws heavily from mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, eye movement desensitization reprocessing therapy, rational emotive behavioral therapy, and I have a certification in mindfulness-based stress reduction. However, it's my life experiences that I bring to you in mind hygiene. The journey from self-hate to self-love wasn't because of all of this therapy. It was because I had the understanding of what my behaviors were by writing it down over and over again. I convinced myself that I'm not going to be in a relationship. At the time, I thought I was stupid and dumb. So much so, I actually wrote a book in the middle of this journey called The Dumb Doctor. And I just thought I was just a bad person and that I could not be loved. But I'm like, you know what? There's something more to my life. I think that if I write it down enough, and I write it on boards, on dry erase boards, on easel pads, maybe I can help somebody one day is what I was always thinking. And cognitive behavioral therapy is one of the most researched tools that will help you for your emotional well-being. Writing is one of cognitive behavioral therapy's core techniques for restructuring thoughts and interrupting negative loops. Here's the thing about this, is we don't want to call your emotions positive or negative. We don't want to regulate them, meaning if you cannot control your emotions, you try to control somebody else. As an example, I want a text bad. I want those exclamation points. I want those emojis back at me. I want the smiley face. I want to know that this person still is validating me. But what happens here is that that would be considered negative if it's not, and it's positive when it is. You don't want those types of reinforcements. Instead, what you want to say is, I just accept it for what it is. This is the reality, and it's not good or bad. And when you can interrupt that, you're going to feel so much better about yourself and you'll be so much more confident. And when you believe in yourself that you can do this, you can do anything then within your limitations. A study from Sloan et al. Showed that structured, expressive writing reduced depression and emotional distress significantly, especially in people dealing with relationship loss. Here's the thing about this dealing with, this phrase to deal with. Oh, by the way, Spokey finally shows up in one of our videos. Hey, Spokey, come here, buddy. Let's see if he comes here. He was a rescue cat. He was not around for almost a couple of months when we got him a year and a half ago. But he has a lot of love here from Ajay, my Persian kitty, and Suwarna, my Havanese Yorkie. Come here. Come here. Spooky. Bah. Bah. Here's the thing about dealing with something, is that when you can't deal with it, you hear those words, can't deal with it. That means that you are developing a resentment right away. If you can accept it, there's no way to resent anything, and you write it down, I accept that I don't want to deal with this, that's good enough. You've already done that. You just do that for 1 second every 90 minutes for the rest of your life. Oh, there he is, Spokey. You want some loving, buddy, huh? Finally, he is here. Made the first appearance in these videos. Well, what I would say is that Mind Hygiene builds on cognitive therapy by using timed emotional awareness through writing every 90 minutes. And it activates your prefrontal cortex and decreases limbic hijack. As an example, this person's going to text me back. This person's going to text me back. Oh, I got to do this. And then you start talking to somebody. And then you start blaming them. And then you start doing things that are not within your values, like I did on the image on the left, where I'm eating bad, drinking, smoking, and lying to myself and hating myself, which is the worst thing, right? And then one of the best drugs on earth that I found by writing and expressing myself is that I accept one good drug, mindfulness. I'm aware, I'm present, I understand what my body is thinking and saying. And then some of the other good drugs, compassion, another good drug, self-belief. I live alone. I don't have anybody. I don't have a bunch of friends to talk to. I don't have family. They all passed away. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have kids. I have my pets, and I have my writing, and I have my patients that I can support, and I have you guys that I can inspire now. And that's it. And that's good enough for me to keep going. And that's the mission that I would ask for you to build too, is that activate your prefrontal cortex, decrease the limbic hijack that occurs when you say that something's gonna happen and you're thinking about it. Isn't that the big problem right now, is thinking? You don't want to think and catastrophize. You want to write and understand and create a mission on it. I accept that she's not going to text me back. Oh my goodness. You know what kind of drug that was? That was way better than any drug I've ever done. There's nothing to do with that though. You could feel that she might accept you in a couple more minutes. You don't think I still feel like that? At least now, after a few weeks, I'm okay. But before, I mean, I was looking at my phone all the time, one day. That's why I was like, I'm not disrespect myself again. By one full day looking at my phone and waiting for this person to text me back. I'm not going to do that to myself again. I would rather be alone. It seems easier to be alone anyway. And now I have this mission that I can help others too, which is great. Started a channel in January of this past year. And I've been doing speaking on this and talking to other people about mind hygiene patients for several years, because it really stops the rumination process. It really redirects your mind and reprocesses things in such a way that if you write down that you're a healthy individual because you went to the gym, you've convinced yourself that you're healthy. If you convince yourself that if I go through a breakup, I'm going to live alone. This guy, Dhruva MD, did it too. And this is what he did. This is what I'll do. And maybe I'll inspire somebody. And you've written it down. You've already manifested it. You just got to reverse engineer it. If you write down that you will master a video game, if you write down that you'll be able to complete a TV series, you're probably going to do it. But see, that's the path of least resistance. All of these things that I'm doing, I'm resisting it all the time. Do you understand? Like, I'm resisting it all the time. I don't ever want to do it. I just do it anyway because it's within my core values. And I know that I need to be the real me when nobody's watching me, because I'm not going to be able to stick to my core values. The interesting thing and the best part about this is that I am like this all the time. You can see the energy from my pets. We're so relaxed here. I'm like this all the time. I'm not that angry person. I'm not that resentful person. I'm not the person who blames or talks bad about anybody anymore. I don't curse anymore because it harms me and I've gotten too much trouble by doing it. I don't say things like can't, won't, don't, do not, too much. It's disturbing. I just don't do that anymore. all of those years that I sat down and I was by myself writing and writing and writing, I knew that there was something that I was destined for, something that's greater than me being, not that I'm saying that me being a doctor is not good, but I knew that I was destined for something else. And all of that writing, that living alone by myself, eating by myself all the time, even still now, at least I know that I have a purpose behind it. And if you found this valuable, you can find a link in the description below to a Mind Hygiene PDF that you can follow along. When you aces your life with Mind Hygiene, you'll feel better at least every second. And the more you write, the better you get at it. If you've resonated with the message, please subscribe, like the video, comment, share it with somebody that needs it. And this is going to be the 4th part to a 5th part series of being ghosted. And the next part is going to be why she ghosted you, the truth that nobody tells you.